Hello and welcome to my first video of 2017. With today's video, I thought that I would let you guys know me a little more. So I am recording my 25 facts about me. Just completely random stuff. So I'm going to start off with some basics. My first name, it is not Liz. It is Adelise, and I go by Liz because it's easier for people to remember and to pronounce. I do not have a middle name. I am happily married and have a 6-month-old son. My birthday is October 26th. I am 5 foot 8 inches and I weigh approximately 130 pounds. That's my average. While I was pregnant, I hit my max, which was 155 pounds. I gained 25 pounds while I was pregnant, and the lowest I've weighed was probably 125. I wear a size 8, or at least I thought I did. I believe my feet have grown since I was pregnant, so now I am between a size 8 and an 8.5. I am not a strong swimmer, aka I can't swim. I can be a very messy and unorganized person, but then I get into my organized rut and I sweep through everything and I try to organize my entire life, which only lasts about a week, and then slowly everything kind of falls apart and becomes messy again. I have just a slight hoarding tendency. It's tough for me to get rid of stuff, but then I get into my organized phase and I tend to get rid of some good amount of stuff, and then slowly after time passes it just starts to accumulate again, and it's just like this horrible cycle. I absolutely love cereal. I can have that for breakfast and dinner every single day. I typically always mix 2 to 3 different kinds of cereals in the same bowl, and it is life-changing, let me tell you. I like stale stuff. I like stale chips, stale cookies, flat soda, my favorite. I like my cereal soggy. I know, people don't understand it. I absolutely hate mushrooms, onion, and cilantro. Growing up, whenever we would go out and eat tacos with my parents, I would order my tacos with just the meat. My dad used to always criticize me because I had the tortilla and then the meat, and that was it. And then I discovered lettuce, tomato, and cheese, and that is my favorite topping on my tacos. I've owned 4 dogs my entire lifetime. The first one was Angel. He was a small little fluffy dog. Had him when I was probably early teens, and we had to give him away because we didn't really take care of him all that great, so my mom made us get rid of him. And then I had Mia, a very cute pit bull puppy. She was actually stolen. My brother had her and was carrying her and took her out to the park, and this random car approached him and said, "Oh, what a cute puppy, can I hold him?" And my brother handed the dog over and they took off with the dog. At least that's my brother's story. Maybe he sold the dog and didn't tell me, but didn't last very long with Mia. My third dog was Gordita, and I had her for almost 13 years. She passed away December 10th, 2015, and I miss her so much. My fourth and final dog is Milo. He's a French bulldog. You guys have seen him in a couple of my videos. He's right here right now, but I don't feel like picking him up. He just turned 1 in November. Growing up, I played volleyball and softball in elementary school, and then I stuck with volleyball in high school and then added basketball to my repertoire of sports that I play. I decided to not play softball in high school because I realized that the ball was no longer soft. It was a very hard ball, and a lot of my friends played it, and I cannot tell you how many were hit with the ball in the face and came back with just a terrible looking eye. I mean, bloody, terrible, ugly looking. And ever since then I was like, no, I'm not playing softball. Out of the 4 sports that I play, I would have to say that volleyball was my favorite. I was actually MVP my senior year of high school. Born and raised in Chicago. Best city ever. I've already mentioned it, my ethnic background is Mexican. Some of my favorite TV shows: Friends, Law and Order, Chrisley Knows Best has just popped into that list. I can watch the marathon just kind of roll and have that in the background. But definitely my top favorite is Friends. I know almost every single episode. I know what they're gonna say, and I can just have the TV on in a different room and I can hear it and I can play it in my head. That's how much I watched and I know the Friends episodes. Then I really like Law and Order. Again, the marathons can go on. And Chrisley Knows Best is just hilarious. I am double jointed at the elbow. I'll show you. And then this one does the same thing. Growing up, I wanted to be a veterinarian, and till the day, I probably cannot properly spell veterinarian. I can be a huge procrastinator. That's another word that I probably can't spell. I initially started my YouTube channel as a beauty channel, doing makeup and beauty reviews and product reviews. And then I did a hairdo, and I did something like this, and I cannot tell you how many comments I got on my arm, which is how this turned into more of a flex and workout and fitness channel as opposed to a beauty. I try to stick with it once in a while with a couple of videos. You've seen my empties video and stuff like that, but it's primarily a flex video. How I got started at the gym. My best friend gained some weight after having her baby, and she signed up to the gym and slowly dragged me with her, and it took about 2+ years for me to really get into it. Prior to that, I was dragging my feet. My boyfriend at the time, my now husband, was and is a gym rat, and he bought me a pair of gym shoes, and with that came a contract. And he basically broke down the price of the shoe on a weekly basis, and I had to go to the gym either 2 or 3 times per week, and if I made it, $5 went towards the price, or yeah, towards the price of the shoe. If I went 4 times out of the week, $10 went towards the shoe, and that's how I slowly paid it off, meaning he bought them for me anyway. And that is how I became a gym rat, was because of that contract. I can be very competitive when it comes to myself and to prove people that I can do something. So I had to prove to my husband that I was going to stick with it and that he was going to buy me those pair of shoes. And then here we are, married, baby, and still going to the gym. And that'll be all for this video, but before I go, I will leave you guys with a little flex because I know how much you guys enjoy this. And my first 2017 flex and update video will be coming very shortly. I need to pump a little more into these arms so I can hopefully get closer to that 12-inch flex. I will see you guys next time.